A full day was ahead of us. First thing was a hike at the Levada do Risco that will take us all the way to an impressive waterfall. The Levada do Risco is a popular hiking trail. The trail is mostly flat but has some steep sections, and its total length is about 8 kilometers.
It's a very different hike from the ones we've been on. We're walking on a paved surface.
For now. With the asphalt road put in place, minivans can now transport people to the Rabasal Nature Spot Cafe to begin their hike, and also can bring them back up to the parking lot, avoiding the steep hike back.
The trunks of all of this tree bush, it's not really trees but they're kind of like bushes, are all perpendicular to the grade, to the soil. They're not growing vertically as a tree would normally grow in a vertical plumb pattern. They're perpendicular to the grade. Our car is somewhere up there where that tower is. This is a paved road. You can go down this way here too.
Towards the bottom of the paved road, we took the stone path down, which took us to the Rabasal Nature Spot Cafe, where we took a break before continuing on.
Low headroom, low headroom, low headroom, low headroom, low headroom. We will be descending some 300 meters overall. Oh, another kilometer to go. It shouldn't take us too long.
Yeah. $1970.
And this was water just drips off of this growth. Looks like this spigot or whatever was put in place here in 1928.
You see we're framed overhead by the branch. In the summertime when the leaves are full, it'll be like a canopy over us.
It's all over the place. Water just coming down. And you can actually see the rock up there. It's all wet from the water that's running down. Comes down here. And it's channeled out down here. So all along the rock face of this valley, there's water dripping down.
As we got closer to the Risco Waterfall, the walls of the cliffs were just dripping with water, and the sounds of the falls echoed through the canyon.
There are tunnels that go behind the waterfall, the main waterfall.
Yeah,
You're here.
Yeah.
This is
the Risco Waterfall.
the Risco Waterfall. And you can see that in the past they built some tunnels here. They actually go right underneath the waterfall.
time to hike back to the trailhead and to the parking lot, where we were greeted by cows lolling about. Our next stop was the civil parish of Achadas da Cruz, located in the northwest part of the island. But we had to stop at one of the many lookout points. This one has an expansive view of the Paùl da Serra Valley and the Fanal forest in the distance. The low-lying clouds over the land and the ocean beyond made for a picturesque view.
Okay, so right now we're at the Achadas da Cruz Teleférico, which is a cable car system that goes down from this point all the way down to Plateau by the sea, where farmers have been farming there for, I don't know, hundreds of years. Before you have to either trek all the way up. This is just a pretty well a straight drop down, as you'll see later, and or else you have to go in by boat. But there is no boat service there, as we know of. So this is the only access to it. We're dependent on these pulleys over here working properly. It feels like we're going so slow. It's a bit unnerving. It's an easy ride. There was nothing really dramatic about it. And it was pretty cool.
The windy, misty weather was a good backdrop as we toured this isolated settlement. We didn't really appreciate the scale of Madeira's sheer cliffs until a walk here. From the sea level, the cliffs were spectacular. As we toured Fajã da Quebrada Nova, we noticed that some people were making the effort to continue farming this land. Although we didn't see any local people about, we did notice that some buildings have restoration or repairs done to them. Well, I thought that all this is abandoned, but it looks like it's up.
No, some people, yeah, this has been farmed. So I mean, look at it. They fixed this door up. This door is in good condition.
So this is different than the other trips we've done around Madeira. Because we've never been really at the coast by the sea
level.
At the sea level, where you're looking way up to the top of a cliff.
You got the seashore, the surf right there.
At this perspective, it really gives you a real good view of how majestic the cliffs are.
So even down here, signs of the terraced gardening. That's very common here in Madeira. Right alongside that cliff. Look at that cliff. Look how much detail there is in that rock face. This leads to a few more properties over here. I don't know exactly what this used to be. Looks like it's some sort of a room. So this is the doorway to that little room. I don't know what else they used to put over here. To have a roof at some point in time or another. It's abandoned. I mean, people still own this, but they're not doing anything with it. Very difficult to get over here, so it'd be very, very expensive to try and do any kind of repairs, any kind of upgrades. There's no hydro. We're dependent on solar or else off the grid. So this wasn't just a farming location. People did live here at some point in time, but obviously this was not a economical farming environment. Everything had to be carried out basically by shoulder. There's no oxes to carry anything up any of these hills. It would have to be all manually carried up. Or I'm not sure if there was boats coming onto the shore over here, and maybe they could load up the boats. But still, a day like today, we would not be able to land a boat here. This is it. This is Airbnb. If you want to stay here at night, you can rent one of these little shacks.
As we walk back to the cable car lift, we can only think of the people who once lived here for hundreds of years, isolated but yet sustaining themselves. And now we see signs of restoration, such as off-grid Airbnbs for the off-the-beaten-path adventure seekers, or the continuation of farming some of the small plots. This was one of the most incredible sightseeing tours that we've experienced in Madeira. The mist has started to hover over the mountains. But the sightseeing was not over yet. We made our way to the Ponta do Pargo Lighthouse, marking the westernmost point of the island. So here we are at Ponta do Pargo. Okay, we're going down to check out the lighthouse. Small village. Coast of Madeira, west side. Look at that. There it is.
Yeah, so we have to see the sunset.
We are at the lighthouse.
This is what keeps people like us safe out there at night when we're out in the big oceans, sailing around, and hopefully you don't hit any of these rocks.
So it's 6 o'clock, almost 6 o'clock, and wow, the mist has completely covered the road, the side of the mountains. We'll have to drive very carefully, slowly.
came out of nowhere.
With the thick fog creeping in overland, we decided to head east towards Calheta, where we planned to stop for dinner. The drive back was certainly quite atmospheric. Join us for the next episode as we visited Santana to check out its traditional triangular houses made with wicker roofs. Checked out Prainha do Caniçal and Machico. Had our rental car washed at the Cascata dos Anjos. And walked along the cliffs and watched the sunset at Ponta do Sol. If you haven't subscribed yet, please tap the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of the next episode. And thank you for watching. Have a great day.